Republicans were that they had to spend maybe $5 million or so to keep this seat competitive, had to bring everybody out of the woodwork to hold on to this thing for Troy Balderson, which it looks like they may win, and eventually if all these votes get counted.
Yeah. Garrett Haake there for us outside Columbus, Ohio. Garrett, thank you. We want to get to some more breaking news this hour. We told you about it at the top of the show. Congressman Chris Collins, the first member of Congress to back Donald Trump for president, has been arrested. He's expected to appear in federal court in New York today. Law enforcement officials say the New York Republicans surrendered to the FBI this morning on insider trading charges. A significant moment for Collins. With us now for the latest is Daniel Goldman, former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. We also have back in Washington Sahil Kapoor, national political reporter for Bloomberg Politics, and Anna Palmer, senior Washington correspondent for Politico. Dan, let me start with you here. So Collins, and just to give our folks at home a little bit of context here, we expect to hear more from the Southern District of New York in about 2 hours. So at noon Eastern time, which I believe is 9 o'clock Pacific, we'll get more information on this. You obviously know a thing or two about insider trading cases. You have prosecuted them before.
Yes, I prosecuted a big insider trading case last year, and I've looked at the indictment this year, this morning.
In this situation, you've had a chance to look at the indictment.
I did just before we came on air here, and what the allegations are essentially is that Chris Collins was a member of the board of directors of a biotech company in Australia, and they were doing a significant drug trial that he got inside information that the drug trial failed. And as soon as he got that information, and when he got that information, actually, he was at the congressional picnic at the White House. And as soon as he received an email with that information, he called his son, who was another significant shareholder of the company, and told his son about the drug trial failure. And then his son told a number of his girlfriend and girlfriend's family members, who then all sold their stock. Or the public announcement of the failure. The stock went down after the news came out by 92%.
Put it into plain English here. How much trouble is Chris Collins in your legal opinion?
Well, look, if Chris Collins is convicted of this in this case, it looks like he would go. I mean, it's hard to gauge what the sentence would be, but he would likely go to jail. And I'm still digging through the indictment to try to figure out what the evidence against him, but it looks like it's a pretty good documentary case. I know you've been talking a lot about the Paul Manafort case, right, and how that's a lot of documentary evidence. This one has a lot of phone records, text messages, very close in time to trades. And in insider trading cases, it doesn't even almost matter who the witnesses are, but that's a critical
I want to bring Anna and Sahil in on this because both of you guys cover Capitol Hill. Both of you have covered Chris Collins before, but quickly